As part of our tradition at Commons Church on Palm Sunday, and as part of the tradition of the larger Christian community, we fold palm leaves into palm crosses on Palm Sunday. They look like this. And it's part of the way that we celebrate this story, but also involve ourselves in the telling of it. On Palm Sunday, Jesus enters into Jerusalem, and the crowds are ecstatic, so they come out and they celebrate and they wave palm branches over him. But of course, that excitement crashes down into the despair of Good Friday as Jesus is executed and crucified. And then, of course, all of our hope returns as Jesus is resurrected. All of our hopes come back to life, not just in the way that we expected, but something so much better. And so as we enter into the story, all the steps, all the way through it, we want to center ourselves, we want to ground ourselves and found ourselves in this story. And folding palm crosses is part of how we do that. I recognize you're online today. You may not have access to palm branches. Most of us don't have these lying around at home, but you might have some paper, some green paper. You might want to do this with the kids or even just yourself as a way to reflect and enter into this story. But I wanted to give you a bit of a tutorial, or at least an example, of how we fold these palm crosses. Now, there's lots of ways to do this, but this is the way that I do it. So let's take a look. You take one of these palm leaves, and the first thing that you want to do is fold it over in a 90-degree angle. And you do that somewhere in the middle, but then you just keep folding. So you fold again at a 90-degree angle, and you pinch that off, and then you fold one more time over again at 90 degrees. That way you've kind of wrapped around. But then you're going to take this bottom piece and you're going to fold it up around the back and push it down, pull it all the way through, fold it, and tighten that off. And what you're going to get is this sort of knot in the middle here at 90-degree angle with the two sides. From that, you're going to take the shorter side, push it through, and pull it until you get about the length that you want for the arms of the cross. And then you're going to take the longer end, flip it over, and do the same thing. Push it through the back until you get the base of the cross, and then fold it back down on this long top part as long as you need to get the top. Now, sometimes you have some extra left over, and you can just fold this back and forth a few times. One of the things I like to do is this. You sort of take it around that, around this side, around that side, and then tuck it down through that fold in the center. If I can get that. Hold it off and fold it, and then when you flip it around, you have this sort of rope or cross around the center of the cross, and it looks like that. So really kind of simple. There's a bit of a trick to it. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to do, and you can do lots of different variations of the cross. You can make them look a little different. You can fold things in different ways. But again, it's a way to involve not just our thought process and our spirituality as we move through this story, but our actual physical bodies, our hands, a meditative practice that we do to enter into the beginning of this story that will move us all the way through the depth of Good Friday and, of course, the celebration of Easter Sunday. So think about this. Maybe use this as a meditative practice just as you watch this video. If you have a chance to fold a palm this week, then by all means, give it a shot. It is a little tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. As we begin this journey, we pray God meets you in all the spaces through all of that story, and maybe this little reflective practice, this practice of meditation as you use your hands to enter in, might be meaningful for you as well.